Hello, this is a quick walkthrough on how to navigate some of the most important areas of SchoolMint for program admins and site coordinators who are managing their lottery and student enrollment numbers. Just a quick video on how to navigate some of the steps, and should you require additional attention or support after reviewing this video, please reach out to the summer learning team. We have some other supplemental recordings, guides, and can also schedule a one-on-one with you all. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have access to the correct link. SchoolMint has two different links, one that we use for families to log into the Guardian section and then one for admins. So you should be on the link that is /manage, and then you'll see the admins login. And then this is where you're going to use your username and password that you've set. If you do not have an account or you've forgotten your credentials to log in, please reach out to the Summer Learning team via the Summer Learning email address, and we can create an account or reset your password and share your login credentials. So I'm first going to log in to my account, and then you'll be greeted with the dashboard. Now, I have Super Admin, so I'm going to have access to more information you all will have, but for admins, this will be your typical dashboard. And so what you're going to see is your application time frame for your programs. You're going to be able to go in and search for students particular to those who apply to your program. So you won't have access to search for any student within the district. You've only been given access to search for students that have applied for your program. So maybe you have some young people that you expect to have applied. If you know their BPS ID or their name, you can search and then you can find them. A more appropriate place to check would be under applications. And so you'll have a couple of views here where you can see the applications for your program. For this one, you can see all district application students. In this tab, it's lottery. You're only going to see the lottery for your program. And so I'm going to pull up one program that requested a walkthrough and just kind of go over what you'll see in the lottery section for yourselves. Reports, you won't have to worry about. Any reports generated and needed will come from our team. But additionally, what you might see are account settings. And if you've been given a temporary password, you're going to want to go here, go to account settings, and then change that password. So going back to the dashboard, this is something that you're greeted with every time that you log in. It has some helpful information, but it's not really pertinent to the things that you want to know about your program. Right now, you really want to know, do we have applicants, and what is the status of those applicants now that the lottery has run? And so in order to kind of answer those questions, you're going to want to go into the lottery tab here. And because I have access to all programs, I'm just going to pull up a program. We're going to look at the Josiah Quincy Upper School, their summer program. And so the lottery's been published partially. We have a hold right now until we resolve some other challenges, but we've had a round of applicants receive offer letters and status updates regarding whether or not they're on the wait list. Okay, so when you log in and you come to this report or this section, this area, what you're going to see is your program. You're going to find a couple of ways to filter. One thing you want to make sure is that you're always on BPS ID view here, so that way you have a sort of students based on whether or not they have a BPS ID. It shouldn't be possible to apply to a program without an ID, but there is a case here where there is a student with no ID who has been offered a seat. And so in this instance, we'd want to double check and confirm that this student actually attends a BPS school, because fifth quarter programs are only available to youth who attend BPS. Additionally, this could be a situation where this student may have a name mismatch within SchoolMint, and they could have an application elsewhere, which would produce a duplicate. But those are things that are a bit more advanced than the nature of this video. So what you're going to see here is the rank order of the students as they've been offered and accepted the seat. So what this is telling us is that there were 30 seats that could be assigned for sixth grade at the Quincy, and right now there are no more seats available. And so if you look at the list, you'll see that there were seats 1 through 10 assigned, and 8 of the seats have been accepted of the first 10, and then 2 are still pending. And then you have the next set of seats that were offered and they were declined. So either the families elected to attend other programs or they just declined this offer and are maybe waiting for other program status changes. And you'll have the next set of applicants ranked on the list that have either been offered or accepted. And what's important to note here is that the numbers up top refer to the cutoffs that the team has set. So for this program, they meant to serve 30 sixth grade students. So we put into the system that only 30 students could be assigned and offered a seat and then can accept. And at this moment, should any further families apply for a sixth grade seat at the program, that they're currently full. And so there wouldn't be an opportunity for any new seats to be made available unless the program changes and increases the number of seats they can offer. And then next, you'll see students on the wait list. So here, there are 2 students on a wait list and 1 student who was waitlisted for the program, but they may have accepted a seat elsewhere. So therefore, they're marked as declined, which means they don't need to be bumped up the list should any of these statuses change. And so if any of the families that did accept the seat come back and decline, then what will take place is the 2 students here will bump up and they will be offered the next 2 available seats. Once all seats have been made available, waitlist is been exhausted, there will be no more seats made available through SchoolMint for this program because all seats will have been claimed. So this is a very important piece to monitor for site coordinators and program leads. One, because you want to make sure that there aren't any issues with students who have had challenges accepting the seat and yet haven't been able to, because we only have a 10-day window from when the seat's offered to when it can be accepted. And so I'll talk about that. That information is in this column here. There's an expiration date column. And here, this lets you know the date that the seat will be auto-declined if not accepted by. And so what this means is that for this student here, if they do not accept their seat by 12 a.m. on the 19th of May, then this pending status is going to change to a decline status. And then that family will receive a decline notification because they did not accept the seat within the 10-day window. So really important to keep that in mind and reach out to families. You can always get access to the information in order to reach out to any families that are nearing their deadline by just selecting the student's name, and then you'll see their guardian information. You can click there, and then you can get the information that they've submitted with their account, either their phone number, email, and then reach out. Additionally, you can see on the student's lottery status that they were the number 5 on the offered list. They have not made a decision, and the offer will expire on the 19th of May at 12 a.m. The other important piece to note is back to when you expected particular students to enroll in your program and to apply, and you don't see them on the list here. If you don't see them on the offered or the wait list, then it means that they either have not applied in SchoolMint or they did not apply for your particular program. So you're not going to be able to just generally search them because you're going to only have access to students connected to your program through the registration process. So you'll want to reach out to those families independently just to kind of confirm whether or not the child intends to enroll in the program. Maybe they weren't aware of the application process, and you can direct them to the SchoolMint login page and the Next Level Summer BPS page so they can get information about how to do so, as well as connecting them to the BPS help desk. But yeah, in short, this is kind of the most important piece to monitor currently within SchoolMint is your lottery list. We ask that if folks have any questions or concerns, that they reach out to the team based on what they're seeing here. We will be continuing to cover action steps in our site coordinator check-in, so it's really important that you all attend or go back to the supplemental materials that are shared at the end of each week in the newsletter. And then in the event that you don't have access, you see some discrepancies in your lottery list, or you have a hard time understanding how to navigate or what you're seeing in your lottery roll, please reach out to the team and we will support you at our earliest convenience. But yeah, this is just a quick overview of how to sign in, how to navigate the tabs, and where your most important and vital information lies, how to read and understand that information, action steps, and who to reach out to in the event that you run into any questions or concerns. So hopefully this video is very helpful. And again, we are your partners in support of the fifth quarter, and please do reach out. Thank you.